So let's talk about embracing having main character energy in your life. So when we're talking about main character energy, we're talking about us having self-worth, us doing intense self-love where we pouring all our energy into ourselves. When you're living main character energy in your life, you're no longer trying to serve other people, pouring into other people's cup before you pour into yours. So if you want to embrace it and live it authentically, because everybody does, but nobody lives it authentically, gracefully, and purposely. You got to really love yourself first. You got to love yourself wholeheartedly to the point where outside external forces, energy, validation doesn't even get to you anymore. When you truly love yourself and you're pouring into your cup before you try to fill other people, that's how you have main character energy in your life. When you are pouring into yourself and you're not pouring from an empty cup and you're no longer pouring into other people, you're no longer serving others, you're serving yourself, you're doing what is truly aligned for you and aligning for who you are going to become, that is having main character energy. And the reason why I say self-love is because you got to get to a place into your life where you come first, where you are prioritizing yourself. And the way how you do this is spend time alone, get to know yourself for a little bit. And I'm not saying cut everybody off. I'm not saying to be a loner, but what I'm saying is really try to get to know yourself. Spend some time alone. That way you can hear your thoughts. You can get to know who you are. You can rediscover yourself. While you're rediscovering yourself, you can reinvent who you are. That's why I say it's very important to be alone. When you're around other people all the time and you're always distracted and you have so much energy around you, you get lost. You forget who you are. You lose your identity because you're constantly surrounded by other energies and you're constantly distracted. You need to have time for you. You need to leave room for yourself. Take away all the distractions and just get a better understanding of who you are. And that's why I always say self-love. My channel is all about self-love because we don't really know what self-love is until you get to a certain point in your life where you're like, oh, I hit rock bottom, or I lost my identity, or I don't even know who I am anymore. And when you're there, when you're at rock bottom and you lost a sense of yourself, you're not happy with who you are, that's when you really need to rediscover yourself and prioritize your well-being, prioritize your mental health, and learn how to be on your own for a little bit. Having main character energy means you're gonna have to spend some time alone. You're gonna have to do things by yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. If you're always surrounded by others, work out by yourself. Go to the movies by yourself. Go out to eat by yourself. Get a better understanding of who you are because you are the one person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And you got to love yourself hard for you to be a better person, for you to be a better mother, father, a better individual. You need to pour that love into you. Okay, so another way of embracing main character energy is you're not looking for no more validation from other people. No other person can give you validation. No other person can make you feel better about your decisions. When you're strong and you're firm and you know where you stand and you feel confident within yourself, no other person's opinions can throw you off your focus. Another way of embracing main character energy is where you truly become unbothered. And I'm not saying you're going to be unbothered where you don't care about the world. You're so detached from the world, you don't care. What I'm trying to say is that other people's opinions, it does not bother you. You don't care. When you want to do stuff for you, when you want to set boundaries, when you want to do something to protect your energy, to protect your peace, other people's opinions, it don't bother you anymore. It does not faze you. That's where you become unbothered, when you start to live life for you and not for other people. So many times, I've been around people where they were so scared to say no. They're so scared to say no because they're afraid of people talking bad about them or other people's opinions about them. I can't live my life like that. Don't live your life for other people. That's what it is to be unbothered. When you don't care about other people's opinions, you don't need other people's validation. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not want to jump on the bandwagon. It's okay to not want to follow the crowd. Having main character energy means you are a leader. You're not a follower. You're not following what everybody else is doing. You're not jumping on other people's bandwagon. You are your own person. It's about time you start living for you and not live for others. I've been around a group of people. Thankfully, I distanced myself from them. But when there was always events going on, someone was always scared to not go because they was afraid that these group of people was going to talk bad about them. And that's what these people do. They talk bad if you don't show up, if you don't come or whatever. But it's like, if people really love you and they really respect you and they understand your space and that you need to go through personal things on your own, they're not going to talk bad about you. And I knew I was hanging out with the wrong crowd and I was around the wrong energy. You're not living for other people. You're living for yourself. You make decisions on yourself and you're so unbothered by what other people got to say. Other people trying to change your mind. Other people trying to distract you from what you got going on. That's what it is to become unbothered. And when you get to that point where things that is out of your control don't bother you, your life is going to become more peaceful, because you should only control what you can control. If it's outside of your energy, if it's outside of your control, it should not bother you. Just make peace with the situation. There's going to be instances, there's going to be situations in life where you don't have control over it. You can't get a grip of it. It's out of your force. So you just got to let that go. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it consume you, because that's going to start to damage your peace. And once it damages your peace, your joy is being robbed. That's what it is to be unbothered. You're living for you. Main character energy, y'all gotta set boundaries. Y'all just gotta do it. I know a lot of people's afraid to do it. I know a lot of people be feeling uncomfortable. Listen, I've been there. I be feeling uncomfortable to set boundaries, but you gotta do it, because people, they don't respect when you're choosing peace, when you're prioritizing your well-being first. It's a lot of people around y'all that y'all probably be surrounding yourselves with. They're always following one person. There's always one leader and a whole bunch of followers. You having main character energy, you are the CEO of your life. You are living for you. You making your own decisions. No one else can try to change your decisions or try to control you. You're not living for other people. So yes, you gotta establish boundaries. Like I said, if you don't want to go somewhere, if you know that situation ain't right for you, it's not bringing you peace, you don't want to be around certain people, it's okay to say no. That's where boundaries come into place. And I know it's uncomfortable to talk about that, and I know it's hard, but to live more peaceful, to have less stress in your life, you're going to have uncomfortable conversations, and you're going to lose people along the way, and that is okay. That is fine. Because I choose peace over history, and I choose my own company, my own solitude over bad vibes and bad energy, I just feel so much more at peace in my life. Like, y'all have no idea. If I kept surrounding myself with the people that I was chilling with, I would never have done my YouTube channel. I would have never been doing my podcast, because I was so distracted and I was so consumed. And I forgot who I was. And I was always trying to people please. And that's another thing why I say you gotta establish boundaries, because you become a people pleaser. You're always putting other people's needs before yourself. And no, you gotta put your needs first. We're not filling other people's cups anymore. Now we're filling back our own cups. We're pouring that love into ourselves, because it gets draining all the time. Trying to please others, following the crowd, trying to seek validation, having undercover animosity because you don't know how to say no, you don't know how to have uncomfortable conversations, or you don't know how to remove yourself. That becomes very uncomfortable and annoying. That just brings so much bad energy into your life. So main character energy is loving yourself wholeheartedly, pouring energy right back into yourself, rediscovering who you are, reinventing who you are, getting to know yourself, recognizing your self-worth. And what I mean by this is you're valuing yourself without needing outside sources or validation to validate who you are. Becoming unbothered, where you're living your life for yourself. You are the CEO of your life. You are the main character in your life. You're doing things that's going to make you happy. You're not putting other people before your needs, and you're not people pleasing. And also, you are setting boundaries. You are the main character in your life, whether you believe it or not. You just got to start to implement it. You got to start applying pressure into yourself. You got to start loving who you are. And I'm going to tell y'all one more time, you're going to lose people along the way because not everybody wants to see you happy. Or not everybody wants to see you grow. Not everybody wants to be a leader. They want to keep following the crowd. They want to keep doing what everybody else is doing. Not everybody want to step out of their comfort zone. So yeah, you're going to lose people along the way, but that's okay. You know, God is clearing your path. It's better to have a small circle that brings you peace instead of a big crowd that brings you bad energy. So I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back for more videos.